song, and this song was so good. I said to our team, "Can we get them on?" And then, of course, they became Sound of 2022, and then we didn't get them on because I don't know. I think they maybe bought private jets and were bathing in caviar and running around being just generally brilliant. Anyway, here's the song. Shares Along There by Wet Leg, and Rhiannon Teasdale and Hester Chambers are Wet Leg and are here. How has it been for you since being on the Sound of 2020? Firstly, good afternoon to both of you. It's lovely to see you. It's good to have you both on the show finally. Since you've been on the Sound of 2022, what has happened? Do you get automatic discounts in local shops, and do you get to enjoy it in any, what are the perks?
We get to see lots of lovely hotels.
But do you get automatic room upgrade in a hotel? I mean, what happens?
What is an upgrade? I don't know. We just like to stay in travel lodges.
Oh, okay. So this hasn't clearly. Hester or Rhiannon, this hasn't so far had any real materialistic benefit being on the Sound of 2022.
I can't hear Rhiannon, so I don't know if she's talking.
I don't know if she can hear any of us. Can she?
I can hear you.
Oh, brilliant. Hey, brilliant.
Hello,
brilliant. Otherwise, this was going to be like a Harold Pinter play for the entirety of the interview with giant pauses between dialogue. So being on this Sound of 2022, a huge difference to your lives.
Yes, we get to play gigs with our friends, like more than we ever have done.
So, okay.
We get given a box of Ferrero Rochers on every street corner.
Oh, this is good. Just because it's the BBC Sound of and not a commercial partnership, I just want to make it very clear this is not a sponsorship deal with Ferrero Rocher that you've got.
Oh no!
Okay,
we get given a box of chocolates.
There you go. That's fine. So, as this year pans out in front of us, what are your expectations for this year? Either one of you can answer this. I'm quite happy either way.
Take it away, HC.
Oh no, I wasn't prepared for that.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Our expectations for 2022 are to have a nice time where possible.
How would you define a nice time? Hester, I'm going to push you on this. How would you define a nice time? Because that's quite a broad thing to say.
Well, you're right. There are many ways to have a nice time.
Generically, yes, but for specifically for you.
Specifically for us.
No, for you.
Oh, for me.
Yeah. You can't speak for both of you, can you? I mean.
No, I can't.
We do both want that dog on the tour bus.
Yes.
What dog?
We're hoping to get a dog for the tour bus.
Don't know if that's a very nice environment for a dog, is it? Aren't they quite smelly and cramped And what about walking? What about walking the dog? Unless it's, of course, one of those dogs which is just a toy dog where the bulldog thing where the head just bobs up and down. Or are you talking about an actual dog?
We're going to get a treadmill so that we can take the dog on walks. We're going to make sure that the dog is already deaf or hard of hearing because we'll have to take it to sound checks.
Yeah, yeah. Rhian, can I just suggest maybe you haven't thought this through, the whole dog thing, quite as much as you
can suggest it.
Can I suggest it that maybe you need to start with a plant first, see how that does, whether it lives. Because I've got 2 dogs, and dogs are quite a responsibility, aren't they?
We're very responsible.
Well, but you're in a band. You're not supposed to be responsible.
We are very serious musicians, actually. Sorry.
We're professional.
But you're not supposed to be responsible. We just interviewed Tears for Fears on the show, and in the early stages of their career in the 1980s, one of them certainly was just hedonism. Dogs don't need hedonism. They live in a permanently hedonistic state. Dogs.
That's what's so great about them.
Yeah, but not on a tour bus. Esther, not on a tour bus. Don't do that. Don't do that. So, okay, we know expectations are dog-related for you, Rhian. I'm still not clear about you, Hester, what your actual expectations for this year are.
Well, a bit of this and a bit of that. Rhian and I talked today about learning to knit.
Okay.
That would be quite nice, I think.
Well, why are you doing that now? Everyone did that in lockdown. Everyone did that alongside gardening and baking banana bread, didn't they? What were you doing in lockdown then when everyone was doing that?
We just watched a lot of TV, didn't we, Rhian?
Yeah.
I probably would have gardened, but I live in a flat. And there's no earth to dig.
I mean, this shows a distinct lack of imagination. People had pot plants. That's how they gardened.
Oh, sugar.
Window boxes. That's what they did. You didn't do any of that.
I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah, you should be. This is showing a distinct lack of.
This is very embarrassing.
Yeah.
We've really been caught with our trousers down.
It's just kind of pushing you in a kind of Andrew Neil way. Firstly, the dogs, now the knitting. Okay, so the knitting hasn't started?
Not yet. But we've got some time to kill next month.
Why have you got any time to kill? Who's given you time off?
We're going to be on the bus travelling the America.
Ah. And is this your first American tour?
It's our second.
Bigger venues this time? Going to places you haven't been before?
Yes.
Going to go to Milwaukee.
Are you looking forward to Milwaukee specifically? You'd never been there before? Why would you?
Got a good name, doesn't it?
Yeah. New York, presumably you've been to before. Is there a difference between an American audience and a British audience in the way they react to your music?
Yeah, they clap a lot more American, don't they?
Yeah, the claps really have a certain tang to them.
What does that mean? What does that even mean? They have a certain tang to them. Is that what you said? Their claps. Don't they whoop and holler more? Is a British audience more reserved?
No, I'd say disappointingly.
I guess it's kind of like, you don't really think of yourself having an accent, do you? So as like being from the UK, you probably don't think that your claps have twang. But when you go to America, it is more noticeable.
Oh, twang. Twang is the word
sounds...
I was looking for, not tang, although I quite, tangy clap.
Tangy clap. Well, sounds like a good name for an album, if I'm honest. Talking of which, when will you be releasing more music for us? Wet Leg?
Yay! Monday.
Yes. Yes. And is that filling you with the excitement that I'm feeling from both of you now?
Yeah, we're really excited. It's a song that we've had in the oven for a long time. And the music video as well that we made for it, we made maybe just a few weeks after the Chaise Longue video. So it holds a special place in our hearts.
Why do you do this? Why are you in a band? Not interviews. Why are you in a band?
To conquer our fears, sometimes.
Fears of what?
Fears of... I don't know, it can just be quite scary, and you can put up barriers and you can say that you, I can't do this, I can't do that. When actually you can. And so it's quite nice to realise that.
Is that the same for you, Hester? Fears and overcoming them?
Yes.
And what are yours?
Ooh, we talked about that just now, actually. When I was younger, I was scared that Dracula lived in the laundry basket. So it was like a really scary thing to when your mom's like, don't forget to put your clothes in the basket. And I'd have to run and do it really quickly. Otherwise, this follows on from that alligator in the toilet bowl. Apart from those are two of my biggest fears. But one more relevant, I suppose, to making music is scared of judgment, I guess. I don't think that's very unique, but it is something that is good to kind of let go of where and when you can. Does that make sense? I'm sorry, I feel like
That makes sense.
It makes total sense, fear of judgment. What I guess makes less sense is that if you're trying to overcome a fear of that, then putting music out into the world, which by its very nature will be judged by lots of people, I mean, yours has been judged very well, could make you feel more insecure, not less.
Yes, but since we have been facing our fears for a couple of years now together, it is easier. Plus, maybe in the beginning, we weren't really thinking that anybody would listen so much. So, yeah, I don't know. I think we're learning that we do have some resilience, don't we, mate?
Yeah, quite a lot, actually.
Do you need other people to tell you you're good to realise that you are?
My mum thinks I'm cool.
She can't put you in the charts, though, necessarily, can she? I mean, well, she could, but she'd have to stream it a lot of times. Any one of your songs. And it's nice that our parents say that about us, but they kind of would. They're invested in that.
I guess. I don't know.
The judgment's been very good. So does that? But that wouldn't make you more resilient, would it?
Well, even if the judgment is good, it's kind of there's no real point in taking notice of it, because that's not a good way to lead your life now, is it? Like waiting for other people to affirm you. So it's just nice things to do for yourself, really. Doing the old music.
It's inevitable that. Because there is just a chemical reaction to people saying nice things, dopamine, right? The key is to not get addicted to that kind of affirmation. Do you check your social media to see what people are saying about you?
Yeah, it's hard not to. But we try to avoid it. But I just try to avoid going on my phone and mindlessly scrolling anyway, whether it's related to band or like looking at things on the internet that I'm never going to buy.
There are a lot of downtime hours, especially on tour, and because you don't have a dog and because you don't know how to knit, because you don't grow plants. What do you do in those hours to fill up that time other than scroll through your phone? Because that's, as you point out, not something you want to do particularly.
It's not very conducive to health. What do we do, HC?
We like to, I don't
eat
know.
Greg's sausage rolls.
Oh,
we eat a lot of those. And donuts. We spend quite a lot of time eating.
It's okay, let me get this straight. It's not healthy to scroll through your phone, but you'll eat loads of donuts. I can't think that's particularly healthy either. I mean, I'm no nutritionist, to be fair.
No.
But neither of the things, those options, Rhiannon, are healthy.
No, I have to watch it. I got really ill, I think, because of my dietary choices.
Yeah. And are you an enabler, Hester, in terms of donut abuse, or are you someone who tries to take Rhiannon down the path of mung bean salads and kale?
No. It is, I am part of the problem. Sometimes on the Greg's run, I will buy more than what is needed.
Wow.
Just so.
Okay, now we finally found out how you're spoiling yourselves after being on the Sound of 2022 list. You're now going overboard on the vegan sausage rolls. Is this what's happening now? That's how you are showing to the world we're famous. Is that how you do it now?
Yeah, I used to just get one, and now I always get two.
Balling.
I also think it's like a reaction to when they first like released the sausage rolls, and like we couldn't buy any. Like they would sell out in like half a minute, and by the time you get to Greg's, it was just so heartbreaking. So I think maybe we built up like a deficit, and now when we see like more than one sausage roll on the shelf, it's like, let's get all of them to make up for all that time we couldn't eat them.
The last time we went, we had to go halves on the bag. I had to take a handle and had to take the other handle because the bag was so heavy.
You've been totally exploited by consumerism, haven't you? You're going to have to push back on this, because aren't you supposed to be a generation that cares more about the planet? And this is blatant consumerism, taking up the world's valuable resources by buying more than you need.
Nothing goes to waste. We've never left a vegan sausage roll behind, have we?
No vegan sausage roll left behind. That's the motto. Yeah. I'm not even going to tell you what we've done with that motto.
Well, look, thank you so much for spending time talking about dogs, plants, knitting, vegan sausage rolls, Ferrero Rocher and donuts. I think we've all learnt a lot about Wet Leg from this experience. Have a lovely day.
Thank you, and to you.
Bye-bye.
You too.
See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, bless them. Bless them. Wet Leg there. And you can find out more about Wet Leg. Their new single is out now. Album incoming soon. And they're touring all the time. There you go. Okay. Now, it is... it's 26 minutes past 3. Yesterday on the show, we had... Sometimes... I don't know, maybe some people just shouldn't do interviews. They should just not do them. It's fine. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Their music is fantastic. Go and listen to their music. Let's listen to a bit of an interview that I did yesterday with the funny man and poet, Tim Key. I asked him what it was like